Planet W. Welcome back, everybody. This is Jay.
This is Dan.
And we are here to talk about a new season because the new season is upon us. It has officially started. We've attended our preseason game. Dan attended our season opener.
Oh, yeah.
And it's time to get ready for another season of the WNBA. I hope you're all excited. Follow us on our social medias. Dan is over on Instagram at Feverville317. I am on Instagram as well, Planet WNBA. I don't do a whole lot over there, but hey, now that the new season started, I have something to take pictures of now. So normally I suck really bad on Instagram because I'm one of those old guys that doesn't like to take pictures of stuff. And hey, now I have stuff to take a picture of. So I hope everybody is enjoying the new season. I hope your team won their season opener. I know the Fever did not.
Nope.
So that's pretty sad. Before we get into some WNBA news, though, can I just say, as you know, Indiana sports fans that Dan and I are, especially Indiana basketball fans, man, the Pacers really just got screwed in that NBA draft lottery. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, wow.
One of the worst records around, and then they have to give their pick up to the Clippers. So, oh well, that happens. So it's the new season. I'm excited for it. That was a good time. How was the season opener? I wasn't able to make it.
Oh, it was a great game. Real competitive all the time. I know that we were down big at the half, came out, fought real hard after the half, and just, I don't know, we couldn't get a rhythm going.
Yeah.
Like we went on a couple of nice runs, kept it close, kept it tied, and then had some opportunities there at the end, but just couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. We had a win that we needed to make up from the preseason, damn it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to be there. I was busy at PopCon, Indianapolis PopCon, doing a live show for Universe of Weirdos. So if you need some comedy podcasts in your life that isn't just Planet W and women's basketball talk, shoot on over to the Universe of Weirdos and subscribe to that. Listen to my award-nominated Universe of Weirdos, nominated for Best Comedy Podcast at Indianapolis PopCon. So
yeah, do that for sure.
I don't know how you can't be happy about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, new season, new Rebel jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
I saw those. Indiana still leaning heavily into the red theme.
Yeah.
I need to get some yellow in there.
Yeah,
you know?
I wanted yellow so bad this year.
Yeah, yellow is like their, third color, so it's just kind of weird that they never use it as like the dominant color.
Yeah.
And like they totally could.
Yeah, and they leaned into the vintage vibe, like, on this new jersey. So, like, what? Yeah, it would have been great. Yellow would have been great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I like that this season is leaning heavily into the nostalgia of the beginning of the W, because this is the 30th season, so they're kind of like, we're talking about our roots now. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, some new Rebel jerseys. The Indiana one looks cool. The Seattle Storm one looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of the other ones. I haven't really looked at every single one, but some of them look...
I think DC, did the best.
Yeah.
Theirs was really unique. A lot of different colors in there. Actually had a different design. I liked Portland with the, black with the gray roses.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And, but all the other ones was pretty just basic. The Sun had a really good one.
Yeah, the Suns looks pretty cool. The Chicago needs to get away from the Skytown thing.
Yeah.
They need to stop saying Skytown on all of their stuff.
Yeah.
LA's is kind of generic. Vegas going with the red.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
They had the Vegas lettering too, which was pretty decent.
Yeah, Link's a little basic. Phoenix looking reminiscent of their old jerseys. I'd say DC's winning there. I just went through all of them. It looks like DC's got the best looking one. But yeah, Dallas is pretty cool too, though. But yeah, they're just ripping off of the NBA whatever editions that they have.
Yeah,
so.
they looked really good in person. And I think wasn't there a show called Dallas?
Yeah,
that had that text, and they used that.
I'm not sure if I don't remember that well. I just remember who killed JR. Yeah. That's all I remember about Dallas, and I don't know the answer to that. That was the biggest question of television history, and I'm sure they answered the question, but I still don't know who killed JR,
Me
and
neither.
nor do I care.
Me
So
neither.
I don't care about what happened in a television show from the 80s. So Skechers is now an official WNBA sponsor. They're a partner, a multi-year partnership with the WNBA. But like, does anyone ball in Skechers?
I think they have. Let's see. I know they have Cam Brink.
Okay. Yeah, they do have a few people.
She's New Balance.
No, there's somebody. There
Yeah,
are
Kiki,
a few.
I know Kiki is Skechers. I think Jackie Young.
Yeah, they have a few NBA guys as well.
Yeah.
So like I think Julius Randle also is like a Skechers guy, but like I guess they're trying to make their way into the basketball shoe market. But I don't know. There's nothing about me that's ever thought I need to ball in a pair of Skechers, but
Yeah.
I mean they might be cool.
I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Skechers.
Me either.
So
my wife, that's my wife's brand, dude. When it comes to shoes, she loves some fucking Skechers. She's got like 12 pairs of them. So I don't know. Maybe they do make some good basketball shoes. I have no idea.
We'll see. Maybe they come if something pops out and I like the way it looks. I'm gonna grab it. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I need an excuse to try out a new brand. I mean, I bought Anta shoes when Kyrie Irving released his signature. So if I buy Anta shoes, I'll buy a pair of Skechers. Damn it, if they look cool enough. 5 new referees in the WNBA this year. They commissioned 5 new refs. I hope to God they're a lot more competent.
Yeah. Hope they're well trained.
I hope they weren't trained by the previous refs.
Yeah, thank you.
Although there was some stuff in that preseason game that we went to that I was like, what did that guy call and why?
Yeah.
Who's this dude? Number 16. Am I going to fight you this year?
Yeah.
Because someone's getting fought. A referee's getting fought this year.
I have to say it was limited on petty calls yesterday. There was a few bad ones.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're always going to see those, but it wasn't as like horrific as every game last year.
Yeah, every game last year was pretty bad. It almost seems sometimes like the referees feel like, I could probably sway the momentum of this game if I wanted to. So
for real.
Let me flex my power and try.
For real.
But I don't know. I guess I should ease up on too much referee talk because I don't know if you remember last season when there was a referee that listened to our Planet W podcast, and I guess they were a regular listener. And when we started shitting on the referees, she got really upset with us, and I don't think that she listens anymore. Yeah. So
hopefully she comes back.
Yeah. I hope
sorry.
I'm sorry for. I didn't mean all referees. I just mean the ones that make really, really shitty calls, which seems to be a whole lot of them. Not all refs, I guess, what I'm trying to say. So Natasha Cloud has landed in Chicago. The sky now has cloud in it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
There's clouds in the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty awesome. Natasha Cloud deserved to be on a team. They dropped Haley Van Lith. They waived her ass and sent her. Connecticut picked up Haley Van Lith, but then they picked up Natasha Cloud. That's an upgrade.
Huge upgrade.
That's a very great upgrade. She didn't play, did she? She hasn't played for them yet.
I don't
think she was on. She wasn't on the box score. I didn't watch them play against Portland.
I didn't either
because I had PopCon related things going on. But no, I didn't see her on the box score or anything. So I don't think that she actually played yesterday. Which obviously we're recording this on a Sunday. There are games going on right now.
Yeah, the Mystics and the Liberty are heading to overtime as we speak.
Yeah, they're about to head into overtime right now, but Kate Martin got waived by the Golden State Valkyries, too.
Yeah, bye-bye, Kate.
That was a big shock to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think she's a huge fan favorite. Like, people like her from her affiliation with Caitlin Clark. And,
I never saw her as, like, a big standout player, though.
She's a role player, right?
Like she's a good bench player or something.
She's a good role player.
But yeah, she's got a fan base as if she's like the star player of a team.
But I don't think like she's gotten any better. Like she's unrivaled. She was really mediocre. Like she hasn't had anything great happen. This is a tough league to make with a lot of talent. So
Yeah, the roster spots aren't
Yeah.
very deep, and the league's talent is. So
Yeah.
you have to really stand out, and that's weird. But she got picked up by L.A. She's on the Los Angeles Sparks now. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe she'll do something. We'll see. But I mean, so far, each team has played at least one game, so we've gotten a good view of what the league looks like so far.
Yeah.
At least, with including some injuries, including some players not playing, and things of the like. But I think we have a pretty decent look at what some of the teams look like. So let's
Yeah.
go over some of these games so far. The very first game of the season was the New York Liberty versus the Connecticut Sun, and New York destroyed them by
Yeah.
31 points.
Yeah. And that's without Satu and Sabrina.
Yeah. Yeah. So New York is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
A very, very big problem this year. After seeing that, because I watched that game, I was like, I don't know if New York will even lose a game this year, let alone the championship.
Yeah,
Good
they're
Lord.
so tough, especially once they get that squad healthy. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and if they could keep them healthy, JJ's not
Yeah.
injured ever. Han Shu's back.
Yeah, and she's balling.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, granted, Connecticut's one of the weaker teams right now, but
Yeah.
man, crushed them. They crushed them. And the Washington Mystics beat the Toronto Tempo in their very first game ever.
Yeah.
So Toronto lost their first official W game. That doesn't include preseason.
Yeah.
Don't send me the emails. I don't need to hear them.
Yeah.
Golden State Valkyries beat the Seattle Storm 91-80. So, I mean, second year team showing
Yeah.
out pretty well. I mean, they look like they're well coached. They're
Yeah,
a
they
great
are.
coach team.
Yeah, they are. And I think Janelle Salon is a superstar.
Yeah.
Like, she French player, second year in the league.
And they have to live up to that ridiculous valuation that they got.
Oh, yeah.
We have to show people that we're $1 billion team,
For real.
So we have to do that. And then, the Fever, they lost by 3 to Dallas, unfortunately. Atlanta edged out the Minnesota Lynx. Angel Reese had a pretty good showing
Yeah.
on that game. She's looking good. I feel like she fits into Atlanta really well.
Yeah, she does.
I think that's going to be a good fit for her. She's going to play really well on that squad.
Yeah. And Atlanta gets even better, right? When they get Bree Jones back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just get that much better of a team.
Yeah, for sure. And then you also had the Chicago Sky beating the Portland Fire. Chicago looking pretty nice.
Yeah.
They're looking pretty good.
They definitely upgraded. I mean,
Yeah.
they made all the right moves, right?
Yeah, for
They,
sure.
They got all that backlash for getting rid of Angel, and then they just started bringing them in.
Yeah.
Rakia, Skylar, Cloud. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it was obvious that they were building around Camilla,
Yeah.
and that's probably what they should have done from the beginning.
Yeah.
And, you can't fault them for that. Hopefully the organization stays together well enough to be able to perform well. Hopefully the players don't get too pissed or disgruntled.
Yeah.
But let's go, Chicago. Chicago management, get your shit together. Keep these players happy.
Yeah.
You'll have a good season, I promise. And then tell me what the hell is going on here. The Phoenix Mercury trounced the Las Vegas Aces 99-66.
Yeah. This was
66. Asia Wilson, you could score that by yourself in a game. How'd your whole
Seriously.
team score that?
in Phoenix. You can't name anybody on the team after AT and DB. Right?
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Yeah, they're not a very deep team.
And they had a foreign player that showed out, scored 20-something points too. Had a really good showing, but other than that, they're a team full of a bunch of unproven players with no track records. So,
yeah.
but man, to do that on ring ceremony day
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
champs, ooh,
Yeah. I mean, they do have Ka Copper.
yeah,
And-
oh yeah,
And,
I forgot about Ka. That was my bad. What
Yeah.
a dummy move.
yeah, she's super great. But yeah, at the same time, it is like, this isn't the deepest team around.
No, not at all.
And it's not like, anybody expected Phoenix to be world beaters, let alone the champs
yeah,
getting just
Mhm.
wrecked them.
Yeah. I was sitting having pizza after the game watching that, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is horrible.
Yeah, like this
So-
is not going well. And then, of course, today we are currently in overtime with the New York Liberty and Washington Mystics.
Yeah.
But the Seattle Storm did beat the Connecticut Sun, putting them at 0-2. Seattle's now 1-1. Someone's O had to go.
Oh yeah.
So now Seattle's in the win column. Flauger's looking pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see the game today.
Yeah, she had 16 today and like 6 rebounds too. So I think it's going to be between like her and Olivia Miles out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Olivia Miles had a great game yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, she scored in the double digits in that Golden State game too. Let me see here.
Yeah, she did.
12
Yeah.
points, 12, 2 and 2, 1 steal. All right. I mean, yeah, she's doing well for a rookie. So I don't know, that might be nice. We're going to see it. It's going to be a good rookie of the year race this year, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we went over all of the games, all of the, some teams only play 2 games. Final Four, let's do it. We do this every week during the season. We always do our power ranking, and our power ranking is who do you see as the Final Four at the end of the season based off of what we've seen so far. And yes, it's way too early to tell. It's very premature, and it sounds stupid to say they won once, so they're going to win the championship.
Right.
But it's fun. It's
And
something we like to do,
weekly.
and we do it every week. And sometimes it never changes, and
Yeah.
a lot of times it does. So who do you got? Who's your Final Four going into this?
Okay, I'm going to go New York,
Yep.
Dallas,
Yep.
Atlanta,
Yep.
and
I still went with the Indiana Fever because I'm a
Yeah,
hometown.
I'm
I'm a
gonna go-
hometown rube.
yeah, I'm going to go with the Fever too because they held their own with the best looking team in the league, the deepest, best looking team
Yeah.
in the league.
And I mean, it is really easy to go with what everybody's preseason favorite was, which is no, the Aces will pull it together and be there. But it's like we're talking about just what we've seen.
Yeah. And I
After
didn't like
these,
what I saw.
these one game and I mean, 66 points. Again, Asia Wilson can score that in her sleep on accident.
Right.
So I don't know. I really don't know how that happened. So the home opener between the Fever and the Dallas Wings. I wasn't able to go, but you were able to go.
Yeah.
What was it like? Was it fun?
Yeah, it was great. I had the normal issue of big player hype and then being in the section where people try to access the players. I had another dude who was pushy, wanted to run into people. Like, that's one thing, like, there's an etiquette, like, when it comes to, I like to get autographs too. I understand, right? But don't push me in the back, like, numerous times. And then I tell you about it too. Like, stop pushing me, bro.
Yeah, keep your
Like,
hands
stop.
to yourself.
And dude literally about knocked me over the rail face first. And so I gave him a nice little elbow to the chest. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like, back up, dude. I've told you a couple times.
Yeah, and
So-
like it's really hard to not get into a confrontation when
Yeah.
you tell somebody, "Hey, don't push on me," and they don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Because they see their celebrity that they worship, and then they decide that you're not a human being
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, this is not okay. So like that, and that's kind of like one thing that I want to kind of deal with pretty early on in the
Yeah.
season. Like I want to tell the security guards in our section, like, hey, look, this used to be cool. Like it used to be fine to be down here with some people wanting autographs and stuff. But with the last 2 years and this big explosion in the league,
Yeah.
people flock to this section now and they crush us up against the rail. They knock over kids.
Yeah.
They knock my shit on the ground trying to climb over my chair and all of this stuff when it's like I paid for these seats and I want to sit down in them.
Yeah. And the merchandise you're stepping all over. That's
Yeah.
Not cheap.
Yeah, and so like the pre-game experience used to be a lot of fun. We used to do something on this
Yeah.
show called Game Sounds,
Right.
where I would bust out my phone and players that would stop and sign autographs. Like basically I would bring stuff for players to sign. So when they would stop, I would have a few seconds with them to go, "Hey, Nika Mule, why you so good?"
Yeah.
Or Dee Dee Richards, why you so good? That was my question that I like to ask them because it always got a funny reaction because Dee Dee Richards
Right.
was like, "What?
Yeah.
What did you
How
ask?
do you want me to answer that?
What the fuck kind of weird question is that?" Which is always fun. occasionally Jade Melbourne will give you the it's because I work hard and I love what I do. And you're like, well, it wasn't that fun of an answer.
Yeah.
That was really boring. Some media training, huh? You had some of that old media training. But yeah, and it's like now you can't even get like sounds or even spend any time to tell the player that they're awesome because it's just a fucking zombie horde down there. And I really don't like that. It's like I want to do more player engagement, but like when you got the fucking brains, fucking people, Page, people down there, like I don't want to deal with that.
And
man.
it's not the guy. It's not the guy that's the guy, the girl, or the kid, or whoever that's holding like the one jersey or one sports card or basketball. This is a dude that has a book.
Oh yeah, the dude with the like.
Yeah,
the cards taped to one page.
He's got a page, and it's got like filled up with as many cards as he could put on it, like that.
Yeah.
Like here, sign 97 of these.
Yeah. Will you make it out to eBay?
Yeah, and look at the camera while you do so.
Yeah, PSA's got to authenticate this for me.
So, yeah.
Which is really strange. And like, I hate that too because we are there every game and I've seen some of the players' reactions to signing because it's like they look at us two older dudes standing there in a group of a bunch of other people who are holding a bunch of fucking shit and we just get lumped into that. They're like, oh, look, autograph chasers. It's like, except if you pay even more attention, we're here every single game.
Right.
I promise. Like we're not these rubes that are going, hey, good players coming to town, sign my card so I can throw it on eBay. I barely bring things for players to sign now. Like I'll bring like a card for like certain players that I want, but other than that, man, it's just like, nah, I'm so soured to the autographs and stuff because of all of these weirdos we've dealt with in just the last 2 years alone.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
And I'm one of the persons who love that too. Like I like to get things autographed. I know people who are fans of certain people, and I like to get them into their hands and stuff. Like I gift them to a lot of people in the hobby, right? And then I do occasionally sell the extras.
Yeah,
right?
I'm on a mission. Collect. I'm on a mission to get somebody that I know and have done some work with an autograph of Sophie Cunningham.
Oh yeah,
this year. And the thing is like she brings a pretty decent amount of money if you want to sell her autographs, but I'm going to give this to that guy for free because, ain't nothing for me.
Because he wants it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just really weird. It's like those people trying to make a living off of that kind of stuff. And it's just like, man, just let the fans have fun. Like you don't have to try to come down here and get some merchandise for your eBay store. And you especially ain't coming to row 2.
Yeah. Get in where you fit in and then just stay there. Right?
Yeah, and like that's going to have to be something that I'm going to have to say to the security people is like, look, this year I don't want to get pushed on. I don't want to get shoved and have my stuff knocked over and things like that because I've been to one preseason game and it's already happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not going to keep letting it happen. And you guys aren't here to do security like you should be doing. Like, you know that we're in our seats. We showed you our fucking tickets. You always ask to see our tickets. So you know that these people aren't in their actual seats when they run to our section and shove up against us. So do your job as security and tell them, stop pushing people.
Yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself. You're not crowd surfing. You're not body surfing over people. What's wrong with you? It's really weird.
Yeah, for real.
Like the fan interactions lately have been just completely ridiculous, but other than that, the home opener had to have been good, right?
Yeah, it was fun. The atmosphere was great. I mean, it was loud, electric, just, super fun.
Was there anybody of note doing like national anthem or like halftime?
Letterman was in the building.
Yeah, I did see that.
Lance Stevenson, Tyrese, Halliburton.
Halliburton's at every game.
Yeah.
He's there all the time.
Of course. But yeah, it was the atmosphere was great. So it was a fun time. Everybody was really into the game. A lot of Wings fans there for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So that was something that was pretty interesting to see. I had somebody behind me the whole time yelling. Every time they were cheering defense, she was yelling offense.
Oh,
so it was
that was helping.
I was like, yeah, that's not really like, you're kind of adding to the sound of defense.
Yeah.
You know, they can't hear that offense
Yeah.
over the defense. So you're just adding to the decibels
Yeah.
of the noise.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't be the asshole that goes to another team's stadium and cheers for the other team. Just, you can still wear your stuff. Just,
Yeah.
don't be weird. That's how people in Dodgers Stadium get stabbed all the time.
Right.
Like, there are certain fan bases that will fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Dodgers, like there are people in Dodger Stadium that will assault you.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally beat you up if you're wearing the other team's jersey. It's like,
Yeah.
this is strange.
Some of them fan bases are cult-like. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to mess around there.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely don't want it. But our next home games, I don't think you're making either
they'll
of
be
them, right?
gone. Yeah, both.
I think
Ouch.
I'm gonna have to miss one of them, but I'm either gonna go to Washington on the 15th or Seattle on the 17th. But I might have to miss the other one, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll figure out something. Maybe one of our wonderful listeners can get our tickets.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature. I don't really know, but I kind of I want to work out something in the next couple of weeks, or maybe next couple of months or so. I know it's going to be busy with our regular content because it's our regular season, but I kind of want to work out another Universe of Weirdos crossover episode, like I did with the Bracketeer, where I did the women's bracket, but based on what city sucked the worst, and I want to go over the firing of Don Imus. Because Don Imus got fired a long time ago for saying some racist shit on the radio.
Yeah.
But he said some racist shit on the radio in response to a women's college basketball game.
Yeah.
So like I kind of want to do a crossover of Universe of Weirdos and Planet W, where we go over his, oh, look at it, there's a group of hardcore hoes here. Yeah. His goofy Don Imus crap that got him fired. Girls from Tennessee, they're all cute, and I can do a pretty decent Don Imus impression too, so it'll be fun. But also, and then we can go over who was on each team.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
What players was he, making fun of and saying this weird racist shit about, and all of the fallout that came with it, because it was really weird and really jarring.
Oh, yeah.
But I also felt like it was made such a bigger deal than it needed to be. Like you would get like Al Sharpton on news stations basically like, we should kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like basically asking for the guy's head, and it was like all he said was nappy headed hose.
Yeah.
And like I know he probably should have gotten fired for it, but to be raked across the coals for like 2 months in the media seems a little harsh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe you got what you deserve there, Don Imus. I don't know. But, I think that's going to be it for us for this episode of Planet W. Sorry, let me talk into the mic instead of leaning away from it like an amateur. Like an amateur idiot. But that will be it for us. As I said before, you can find us on our social medias. I am Universe of Weirdos and Planet WNBA on Instagram. I am JCraft247 on Twitter/X. Dan.
Yeah, I'm Feverville317 on Instagram and TikTok.
So there you go. And we also, Universe of Weirdos does have a YouTube channel where all of these podcasts get posted to.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would listen to an audio podcast on YouTube. I would suggest that you do it in a music app instead, so you can get us more download numbers, because I think YouTube, no matter how many people watches it, for an audio podcast, you get credited for one.
Yeah.
Because it's YouTube downloaded it once. So
Right.
that's it. So you get 1,000 views on your YouTube video, and it means nothing for your audio downloads. So.
But we like views.
Absolutely.
Listens.
We just like fan interaction altogether. So shoot us an email if you would like, planetwnba@gmail.com, or even universeofweirdos@gmail.com if you want me to talk about something weird on Universe of Weirdos. I'm happy to hear all of your feedback, all of your questions, and if you would do us the biggest favor of rating, reviewing, subscribing on whatever podcast platform you're on, giving us the thumbs up or the 5 stars, sharing some kind words in a review, maybe. That would be really helpful.
Yeah.
And most importantly, share it. Share it with your
Tell
friends.
somebody.
Tell your friends, hey, you like the WNBA, you should listen to Planet W. They don't really go too hard into the play-by-play analysis, but they like to keep it fun, they like to keep it light, and they like to keep it funny. And it's definitely the WNBA from a fan's perspective, because we are just two gigantic Fever fans in this wonderful WNBA world, and we were Fever fans when they still sucked. So
That's right.
We were Fever fans even after we lost Tamika Catchings and no one was good. So we'll see you next time, guys.
Peace.